What's up, everyone? I just wanted to do a video here on the Hall of Fame inductees. Not the actual inductees themselves, but mainly the Hall of Fame voting process. Because I noticed the last day or so, since Larry Walker and Derek Jeter got elected into the Hall of Fame, and even the last couple of years, I notice it's not really who gets voted into the Hall of Fame, but it's really how they're getting voted in. And I noticed there's a lot of criticism on social media and sports radio talk shows about, the one or two guys that didn't vote for a certain elite player, and I want to just touch base on that a little bit and I actually want to get your opinions in the comments about this. Guys like Derek Jeter and Ken Griffey, these are elite, immortal, shoo-in players in the Hall of Fame. And I understand that some voters, they don't vote for these guys or any guys right away. They like to make them wait a few years after their period of being eligible for the Hall of Fame. But to guys like this, to guys like Derek Jeter, Ken Griffey, and a few others in recent years that have not gotten unanimously voted into the Hall of Fame, I think it's a slap in the face to these guys just for one or two guys not to vote for guys like this. And it's not whether they get in or not, but guys like this deserve to be voted in unanimously, and there's just no reason not to vote for them. And the fact that as long as baseball's been around and as long as the Hall of Fame has been around, the fact that a relief pitcher, as good as he is, no disrespect to Mariano Rivera, as good as he is, a relief pitcher should not be the first guy to be unanimously voted into the Hall of Fame when you've got guys like Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth and Mike Schmidt and Tom Seaver and Nolan Ryan that were not unanimous. Those guys were far and away, more notable than he was. And it just bothers me that there's just the last couple of years there's been one or two guys that just did not vote for Griffey and Jeter and a few other guys. Well, it makes you think, what is going through their heads? Are they doing it just for attention? Are they doing it just to make them wait another couple of years to get in? There's just no reason not to vote for guys like this. So I was pondering on something that I want to run by you guys. Let me know what you think of this. What if there was some kind of system that would automatically get guys like this into the Hall of Fame? The Jeters, the Nolan Ryans, the Ken Griffeys, the immortal players that are surefire Hall of Famers that don't have to deal with one or two voters just not voting for them. Okay, let's call it, just for argument's sake right now, an inductee bar. Okay, if there are certain players out there that meet the inductee bar, they automatically get into the Hall of Fame. Now, what sets this bar? I'm going to tell you right now. What if they were to take, and they could recalculate this every year, they were to take the top 20%, of the guys in the Hall of Fame. Now, they could do this for offense and regular position players and pitchers as well, and get their own their own number as to what I'm going to tell you about here. They take the top 20% of the players in the Hall of Fame. Let's do the hitters for now. Okay, the top 20% of the guys, and they average out all of their statistics, meaning they would average out all of their home runs, their RBIs, their hits, their batting average. And you average all those numbers out, and you get one row of statistics that becomes the bar that is set for guys now to be elected into the Hall of Fame. Let's say those numbers, for argument's sake, are 400 home runs, 1,300 RBIs, a 296 batting average, and let's say 2,600 hits. So that would be the average numbers of the top 20% of the guys in the Hall of Fame. Now, new guys that are eligible for the Hall, if they meet those numbers across the board, not just one of the categories, across the board, if they all have to have 400 home runs, 1,300 RBIs, 290 batting average, and the 2,600 hits, if they have all four of those or higher, they're automatically in. No voting is necessary. The voting should be for the guys that are less underneath that. So, a lot of the guys, like Jeter or, and Ken Griffey Jr., Jeter may not make the 400 home runs, so he may be one of the guys that has to be voted on. But if Ken Griffey Jr. far supersedes all those, he should be automatically in, not even need to be voted on. So if there was a bar set, for guys that should automatically be inducted into the Hall of Fame, no brainer guys that you vote on. They all meet these credentials, and they're automatically in, and don't have to deal with that one voter or those two votes that just didn't get them, didn't make them a unanimous vote. I think it, out of respect to them, it should get them automatically in, and not have to deal with just the the slap in the face from one or two guys that don't let them in. And again, it's not about getting in unanimously or not. It's just a respect thing. You shouldn't have to vote on a guy like Ken Griffey Jr. He's going to meet that. If he meets the bar of the top 20% of the guys that are already in there, what's there to vote on? It's just I think it's fair to assume something like that. So if we were to set a bar and just, like I said, average out the statistics of the top 20 guys that are in there, both position players and pitchers. For pitchers, it may be, 2,500 strikeouts and, a 2.75 ERA or a 2.9 ERA. Whatever the average is of the top 20% players in the Hall, if a player that's eligible to be in the Hall meets the criteria on all categories and above, they're automatically in. I think that's a fair assumption, and it would eliminate a lot of slap in the faces to these guys who automatically deserve to be in and are getting in, but not everybody's voting for them, because like I said, there's no reason why one guy or two guys should not vote for a Ken Griffey Jr. or a Derek Jeter or a Nolan Ryan or some guys like that. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm curious to see what you guys have to say, and because like I said, I've been seeing a lot on social media the last day or so, who's this guy that, didn't vote for Jeter? Who's this guy that didn't vote for Jeter? And honestly, nobody should even bother looking for him. Don't give him the attention he wants. He probably just wants to be on some talk show or whatever, or is just looking for attention as being the one guy who didn't vote for Derek Jeter. But I think this is a pretty good approach to getting guys in right away without being voted on that deserve to be in there. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have a good night.
Subscribe to Frank's Card Corner.